Give me just a few more seconds. Okay, I've cut the cards. Let's see what's going on for the month of May. I have a Queen of Pentacles, the wife, the partner, the mother. I have a Seven of Wands. This is a Nine of Cups. This is a Three of Cups reversed. So you do have some water here, which are represented by the cups. And then I have a Two of Cups here in the middle. This is Page of Swords. I have the Chariot. I have a Ten of Wands reversed. And then I have Strength. Interesting. So what I am seeing here is there are no major arcana cards here. So I'm seeing kind of like major shifts here going on, minor shifts here. The card in the center is your Two of Cups, which is definitely indicating some of you being in long-term relationships or a committed relationship that might be still recent. But it is surrounded by some other cups here. You have a Nine of Cups, which is an act. It's about being surrounded by the people you love. It can also be a wish that comes true. But usually the Nine of Cups is about contentment and happiness with people that you love, getting out, being together a lot. And then we have this Three of Cups that's reversed. Now this is interesting because whenever I see a Three of Cups versus a Two, the Three of Cups is a card about love and affection, friendship, basically. It can mean an important celebration like an engagement, but when this is in reverse, it can mean that there are issues with a friendship or affection, or sometimes in couples, if the Three of Cups is reversed, sometimes in couples it can mean you're still getting to know each other, you're in love, and emotionally you're still sort of trying to build a relationship. You're still trying to overcome all of the emotional obstacles. So this Three of Cups, sometimes I also see it as a little bit of more of a friendship than an actual relationship, because two is the number of unity and harmony and commitment here. So it seems as if, it feels as if this is about, for some of you, it can even be a long-term relationship, but it's also about getting along, getting past disagreements, and that can happen in any relationship, of course. There are always some rough patches, especially with this Page of Swords here, indicating discussion, messages about truth, this, arriving at the truth, important conversations. So, you have only one major arcana, two major arcana cards actually. You have this Chariot here, and the Chariot is about unity and harmony. Now the black horse symbolizes the subconscious, and the white horse symbolizes the consciousness, and it is associated with Cancer. So that's very important here. You actually have your a major arcana card that's also your significator. So the Chariot is about following through on your dreams. It's about overcoming the adversity and obstacles here. And so there might have been some big adjustments in your relationship or your marriage or your long-term your long-term partner. For some of you, that's going on to where you two have to see eye to eye. That is the low-key message that I'm getting. As far as the more dramatic reading, especially with some of what's going on with these wands, I'm seeing a Seven of Wands, which is usually the card about defending your territory, facing obstacles, tackling problems head on. So that kind of gives me some heads up about what's going to happen here. But you also have wands here. The Ten of Wands is reversed. Sometimes this can be about overreaction, still dealing with struggles, still not being able to get past certain issues that are getting in the way of the relationship. And it's quite possible for some of you Cancers that you're attached to someone with this fire energy. Anyone who might be an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. But it can also indicate some of the general issues in the relationship. Defensiveness, connecting with someone emotionally, which is once again indicated by this Three of Cups reversed. It's okay to be in love, but sometimes even when we're in love, there will be some push-pull between a couple. Okay, there will be some disagreements, and so I'm feeling this as you for the month of May. Some of you dealing with some road bumps as far as your relationship. Now, looking at the past, I do have that Queen of Pentacles. And that Queen of Pentacles, she's the homemaker. She's symbolic of the homemaker. Not trying to be sexist here, but the Queen of Pentacles is usually associated with, traditionally, the good wife, the good mother, the good partnership. She keeps everything in the home running. She takes care, she makes the home, she keeps the home in balance and grounded. But basically this is symbolic of a wife or a good partner. But then once again we have this defensiveness, and then we also have these cups that are coming up, that even within the relationship there seems to be that push-pull here, because this is the Wish card. It also means, as I said, usually the Nine of Cups is associated with enjoying a social time with people that you love, your friends, family, and partner. So you might be trying to make a nice, stable home. I even feel like some of you, especially with this Queen of Pentacles with Nine of Cups, children, new babies, things like that. But the wands in between these little happy, stable cards, it's indicating someone who's not fully, who's pulling back from the relationship. The partner is stepping outside of the relationship. Maybe they're being defensive, maybe they're afraid to commit. And so when we get here, that little crack in the relationship, the thing that's ruining this beautiful romance, if you will, then we have some issues with detachment of feelings and disagreements that are getting in the way of that Two of Cups. So the Three of Cups reversed and the Two of Cups are clashing. But I do feel the Two of Cups is a stronger energy. It just seems like there's a problem that needs to be worked out in the partnership. So that's when I see the Page of Swords, where it's not just about a message of truth or honesty. It feels as if there's a larger discussion that some of you need to have with your partners. So when we get here to the future, yes, Chariot, you're able to move forward. Obstacles are not cleared away yet with this Ten of Wands reversed. Still a little bit of drama from the issues that your partner might have had here with the Seven of Wands. But I feel here with the Strength card that you know, the Strength card is about knocking down the ego. You see this goddess sitting next to the lion. And the Strength card is also about having some patience and being courageous to work through those obstacles. So there are some common themes here. I see more likely, because you have all these cups and because you have some of these important wands here, I do see a struggle between the cups and the wands. The wands are sort of bringing in issues and arguments, problems that you two have to solve together. And I feel like Cancer, for some of you, even though this is about Leo and the energy of Leo and taming the ego and all of that fire being tampered down, it's also about having the strength to get through the obstacles and not being afraid or insecure. And I think that will be very important for you. So whatever's going on as far as issues and conflicts or arguments, I kind of feel like it's all going to blow over. But I'm going to shuffle here for your outcome card. Okay. And then I have the Fool. And this is important because the Fool is usually about letting go and starting over. Doesn't necessarily mean a breakup, but sometimes when I see that, it does give me a heads up, especially if it's in the outcome card, that someone, for some of you who are not quite in committed relationships, let's say that you're dating someone new. Sometimes when I see the Fool in an outcome card, some of you who've been trying to wait until a relationship takes off, and it never quite takes off. There's always something that pulls you both back. So I kind of feel like when this Fool comes around, for some of you, someone might pull a disappearing act. You need to be aware of that. I also get a sense that some of you might want to let go of a few things that are going on. This is about taking a chance and following your bliss, and it can be a new path that you're taking. Sometimes there's a lot of spirituality here, that you're breaking free, and once again, the Fool has a wand in his hand. Sometimes it can be about breaking free and following what makes you happy. It's about taking a leap of faith. So the interesting thing about this, this meaning doesn't necessarily mean a breakup, but it does mean maybe a journey that you will have to take. When we get from Strength to the Fool, the first thing that came to me is that some of you might be making a decision, Cancer, to emotionally take a chance on someone. That with this Two of Cups in the center, there are real possibilities for this relationship, and there are important obstacles. It could be like relocation or a job or a previous relationship where the energy has not quite left. But I think this Strength card in your future leading up to the Fool is kind of indicating some of you might take a big risk and a big transition, go through a lot of big changes and transitions in the relationship, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. Either way, the Fool is about following your bliss and being free, and that can happen in a number of ways for some of you Cancers. But like I said, I wouldn't discount a breaking away and starting over, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it can also be some of you Cancers saying to yourself, okay, I just need to step away for a minute, okay? Having the strength to follow your bliss or break away from a relationship, or even just have the courage to commit emotionally. So that is the reading for May. And once again, thank you to all of you who are so concerned No, I did not do readings for April. It's been a combination of being extra busy, but also I've been really under the weather, not feeling so great. My energy's been very low. So I'm kind of getting back into the swing of things here. So I'm glad to be back, glad to be reading for you. And as always, I wish you love and light, and I will be seeing you next month.